asked you if you had a drink.
I know, Tom, but... Oh, gee, I wish...
There you go, that wishing stuff again. I wish you was the wishing well. So that I could tie a bucket to you and sink you.
Maybe you found someone you like better.
With the release of The Public Enemy in 1931, a new brand of screen idol emerged, the anti-hero. When James Cagney smashed a half grapefruit into the whining face of May Clark, gasps were heard in movie houses around the world. Through that daring and forceful gesture with the grapefruit, the impudent red-haired young man became one of the screen's most dynamic actors.
Aye, but you're a tough guy.
Not tough. Just mercenary.
James Francis Cagney Jr. was born above his father's saloon on 8th Street and Avenue D on the Lower East Side of New York on July 17, 1899. Of Irish-Norwegian heritage, he graduated from Stuyvesant High School and was forced to drop out of Columbia University after his father's sudden death. At 20, he auditioned and was accepted for a chorus boy part, but ended up as one of the girls instead.
I was 19 years old and needed a job. Needed it badly. When they said, you offer your dances, sure. No, of course. Couldn't do a thing. Couldn't move a leg. Didn't have it mean anything. So I got on and did it.
He answered another open call for the chorus of Pitter Patter, the show where he met his wife Frances, or Billy, as she was called.
She was a chorus girl and I was a chorus boy. And we were on the road with it, and so I learned from her, and she taught me. She could do steps that I couldn't do.
Cagney spent the next few lean years in New York stage shows and on Broadway, which became his training ground. Warner Brothers bought Penny Arcade, a play he was appearing in, changed the title to Sinner's Holiday, and brought him to Hollywood to recreate his role on film. The year was 1930. Cagney's Broadway co-star Joan Blondell was also signed. It didn't take long for him to get noticed. In his next 3 films, Cagney hinted at the unique screen character that would soon emerge. Cocky, tough, yet somehow lovable. In his 5th film, Cagney was miscast in a straight and secondary part, but was asked to switch roles with Eddie Woods and play the brutal lead. The picture was The Public Enemy.
Oh, you dirty double-crossing. Bobby, what are you talking about? And there are plenty more coming.
What you gonna do? I don't want to die.
Oh. So you don't want to die?
Also in the film was Jean Harlow.
Oh, I don't go for these long-winded things, but with me it was always yes or no. And I could never figure you out.
Now can you?
No.
You are different, Tommy. Very different. It's a difference in basic...
Overnight sensation. He was soon on his way to a dazzling and brilliant career that spanned 30 years. Quickly realized the potential of this young dynamo. Cagney's perfect control of body, face, and voice made him the complete movie actor. He created every role in which he played. Inevitably, the parts all became his. By the time Cagney was in his mid-30s, he was making 3 to 5 pictures a year, and although his roles varied, each one of them contained some measure of the tough guy character which audiences forever relished.
Come out and take it, you dirty yellow-bellied rat, or I'll do it to you through the door. Oh, please, starting tomorrow.
No, sir, I don't need it.
Yeah, you better do that. You're looking to put green around the gills now. I'll see you later. Remember, 1 month starting tomorrow. Do your world a good. For 2 cents, I'd knock the ears off you.
For less than that, I'd slap your face.
Go ahead, I'll give you a first punch.
A biscuit, Mr. Corrigan.
Oh, thanks. Didn't turn out so good, huh?
However tough Cagney's portrayal seemed, women still found him irresistible. They sensed his soft side instinctively.
I knew you couldn't hold out forever. You need a girl like me.
Sure, you got what it takes to get her, baby. Move over. I want to give you a break.
I think you're fat.
Wait now. Put that one up there. And leave that there. Now hold your head up straight. Like that.
How's that?
Not bad.
You're the sweetest guy in the world.
Another aspect of his image can be traced back to his vaudeville days, that of a song and dance man. When asked if he would have liked to have done more dancing in movies, Cagney replied,
I suppose I did, yeah, because that was the only time I ever looked at a picture. It was the dancing in it.
Cagney won the Best Acting Prize from the New York Film Critics and his first Academy Award nomination for his characterization of gangster Rocky Sullivan in Angels with Dirty Faces.
You know, wait a minute, screw. Watch your face.
It'll be the last face you see, big shot, and we'll be laughing at you.
Don't get near me now. I'll spit in your eye again.
This was also the first film out of 3 in which Cagney's co-star was Humphrey Bogart.
One partner should know what the other will do, don't you mean? Huh?
Of course.
Now, let's keep his number.
Check below 500.
His private number.
That's it.
Dial it. Now, look. You're going to get on there, and you're going to tell Chief I'm coming up there in the morning. And he's to give me that $100,000. You get it? And no wrong cracks, or I'll cut you off short. Got that, too?
Yeah.
Come on.
In Angels, Rocky Sullivan is idolized by neighborhood street kids who see him as their hero. However, on his way to the electric chair, Rocky is urged by his priest friend, played by Pat O'Brien, to turn yellow, thereby crushing the hero worship that the boys have for him. Rocky dies a coward as a favor to his friend and teaches the boys that crime does not pay. Cagney bade farewell to the 1930s and also for 10 years to the gangster picture with his next new film, a prohibition epic called The Roaring Twenties. His role in the rise and fall story of a bootlegger remains as one of his finest and most acclaimed performances.
It's late. Lefty and a couple of the boys will go along with you. I don't want you to be walking the streets alone at night. You said you didn't belong in his setup, so I'm getting you out of it fast. I'm sorry, Eddie, but this is the way it adds up. You're still in love with that girl, and you'd do anything in the world to help her. You got more on me than any guy in this town, and I'll lay you odds that the minute you get out of here, you're going straight to the cops and spill everything you know. Well, I'm just going to beat you to the finish. Goodbye, Eddie, and Happy New Year.
With Dirty Faces, Cagney humanized his mobster. In a sentimental climax, he sacrifices his life and dies on the steps of a church out of loyalty to an old lost love.
Yes.
Well, who is this guy?
This is Eddie Buck.
So how are you hooked up with him?
Never figured it out.
What is his business?
He used to be the big shot.
By 1940, Cagney's screen character was almost fully realized. The part still called for a degree of toughness, but not to the extreme of his earlier films. Cagney Cagney had now told interviewers of his desire to do serious drama on the screen. In City for Conquest, he played a boxer who fought to support his composer brother and was blinded in the ring. Brothers gave Cagney a chance to relive the early 1900s in a comedy called The Strawberry Blonde. Two of Cagney's co-stars were Rita Hayworth in the title role and Olivia de Havilland.
I guess a little kiss is harmless if it's all in fun.
Even if it isn't fun.
You mean?
Exactly.
Because of his personal identification with the period. Comedy again, this time with Bette Davis in The Bride Came C.O.D. In 1942, Cagney was picked to play the most challenging part of his career, that of song and dance man George M. Cohan.
I do remember that when they came at me with the Cohan story, somebody told me that Freddie, his dad, turned it down. So I said, "Lord, I'll do it."
Yankee Doodle Dandy, Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart. She's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride the ponies. I am that Yankee Doodle boy.
Proved to be Cagney's favorite picture, and it earned him his first Academy Award.
The drama, song, dancing. Kid had asked for more than it offered. And Cohan was a great model. He was a superb showman.
Cagney had now reached his peak and continued to work brilliantly throughout the 1940s. He even established his own production company. He needed another film, one that would balance the success he had with the Yankee Doodle Dandy. In 1949, Cagney made a comeback as a gangster in White Heat. Along with his roles in The Public Enemy and Yankee Doodle Dandy, his portrayal of Cody Jarrett in this film was to become one with which he was most often identified. This time, however, Cagney refused to play an ordinary murderous thug. So to give his character a touch of imagination and originality, he made Cody Jarrett a psychotic to account for his actions.
Really, essentially a cheapie. It was a, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. And so I said, why don't we make him nuts? And make him crazy. So that was when we put the fits in.
All right now, he's gone. Where's the pain?
I didn't think he'd have the guts.
Cagney not only portrayed Cody as crazy, but also as an overgrown mama's boy.
What's mine is mine. That ain't gonna make me sick. I'll take care of them when I get out.
That's what I told myself. And I'll help you, Cody, like always. We'll be out soon. Back on top of the world.
You're around more, nothing can stop me.
That's right, son.
My old lady never had anything. Always on the run, always on the move. Dumb life. First I was my old man, died kicking and screaming in a nut house. Then my brother. And after that was taking care of me. Always trying to right behind me. Push me back up again.
Faithful, scheming wife.
It's your suitcase, Cody. Why don't you keep it all?
You're cute. Come here.
Why don't you? You can travel, buy things. That's what money's for. I look good in a new coat, honey.
In White Heat, Cagney combined all his acting talents into one tremendous performance. As Cody Jarrett has to be seen to be believed. As the 1950s came along, Cagney continued to work and project his supreme talent as an actor in such films as Love Me or Leave Me with Doris Day, Mr. Roberts with Henry Fonda, and another biography, Man of a Thousand Faces, in which he played silent screen star Lon Chaney. Most of the films, however, which he made during this period were worth seeing mainly for the sake of watching Cagney command the screen. While on the set of the film 123, Cagney decided that it was time for him to retire from his long career.
And I was outside, just walking up and down, getting some exercise, just moving. And it hit. Inside, blackness. So when they closed the doors, it was all dark, just except for the occasional light. And that was it. I said, I'm all through. Realized that I was through.
In 1974, he won the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award. And in 1980, he was honored at the Kennedy Center for his lifetime achievement in the performing arts. Then, in 1981, Cagney returned to the screen after a 20-year absence, playing Police Commissioner Rhinelander Waldo in Ragtime. Ragtime director Milos Forman had this to say about Cagney.
I think James is some kind of a genius. I think so. His instincts, it's just unbelievable. They are so exalted. You don't have to talk to him. Me as a director, I don't have to tell him a thing. He can stay home.
It is obvious that James Cagney is still able to give a unique, well-rounded, and dynamic performance. And in the words of his lifelong friend, Pat O'Brien,
a gifted artist, brilliant actor, who is the master of every segment of the media. He can play light comedy, he can play drama, he can even play farce. He's a thoroughbred, a champion all the way. Jim boy, I'm a better man to have known you. You are some kind of fella.
Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with that old-time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and say that I'll be there.